Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to See Think You're Iconic, the movie podcast where I'm very tired.
Yeah, I was here in the recording room before he was,
She was.
which never happens.
I I logged on like a minute before our scheduled time because I just could not get up.
Yeah.
Now I can't stop yawning. So let's see how this goes.
So the Starbucks order is coming when?
I don't know. I don't even want Starbucks. I do kind of want to try that new cinnamon nitro cold brew thingy, but I
Is
don't
that a
think coffee.
Starbucks?
I don't think coffee does anything to me. It does not
Oh,
make
like
me.
energy wise?
Yeah,
Mm.
I think that's a placebo. And then everyone just gets addicted to coffee, and so then they feel like they need to have coffee. I don't think coffee actually gives you any energy.
You know what? I will say coffee gives me energy for about an hour. About an hour. And that's it.
It's a placebo. I'm gonna fund my own study
Okay.
to show that it doesn't actually give you inner energy. It's
Okay.
all a placebo. The goal of it is to get you addicted to coffee, and then you're drinking it every day. And then when you stop trying to drink it, then you're like, headaches. I'm tired.
I will say sometimes I do just get coffee for the taste of coffee.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, sometimes it's not even for the, oh, I'm tired and I need coffee. Sometimes it's just like, I want coffee.
I cannot relate. I'm so sorry.
Really? Not even like the flavored ones?
I mean, the flavor ones are okay, but like the only time I actually ever crave a coffee is Christmas time when it's time for
Oh,
the peppermint mochas.
peppermint
That's
mochas.
it.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Any
Cause
other
see,
time, I don't care.
because I don't do the flavored drinks. The only flavor I will do is cinnamon. So
Like I literally have a free coffee shop at my job,
that
and I
is
don't ever go.
true.
I don't ever
Dang.
go.
I'm so jealous of you.
Those women have not seen me since December. I don't ever go.
They're like, you can't offer me what I want, so I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. See you in December if I'm still here.
Right. I'll see you in a year. Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe. Because like I don't like the peppermint one. And that's whoa, that's not what I meant.
Whoa,
Pumpkin. I'm so
whoa.
sorry. Y'all know I'm
Pumpkin.
tired. I don't like the pumpkin ones.
Yeah,
For
pumpkin's
Thanksgiving they
okay.
had not Thanksgiving. For Valentine's Day they had like a raspberry one to like go with Valentine's Day. And I was like, I don't
Mm,
want that.
yeah, no,
So
I
yeah.
wouldn't either.
I I'm not a coffee person.
Okay, all right.
I have started drinking this tea. I don't drink it for the caffeine. They have
Mm-hmm.
this like new tea at our office where it's like a peach tea,
Ooh, I
and it
love
has like
peach tea.
36 grams of not grams. Was it milligrams? However you
Milligrams?
however you measure caffeine, it
Caffeine.
has 36 of that in a can.
Because it's probably black tea that they used, not green tea.
Maybe. It's really good though. Like
Any kind of peach tea is good, though.
you know how sometimes you'll get like bottled or canned teas and it'll be like too strong?
Yeah.
This one
Or
is
they'll be too
perfect.
sugary.
This one
Yeah.
is perfect. Like there's no sugar in it.
Ooh.
There's no I
Ooh.
don't know how they get it to taste and it tastes like a hint of peach. I don't know what they did to it.
What's it called? What's the brand called?
One second, I have a bottle in my fridge. I bring
Yes.
some home. One second.
Good for you, honestly.
I have the tea. So,
Oh.
the name of it is Titulia Cold Brew Iced Tea White Peach. It has 31 milligrams of caffeine.
Tea what?
Titulia, Teatulia.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
What type of tea is it?
It says lightly caffeinated.
It says organic white tea. I don't know what that means. I didn't know there was a white tea, but okay.
Me neither.
It's really good.
The packaging looks cute.
It's really pretty.
Dang. Y'all gotta buy it in cases.
Oh, my job buys it. I don't know nothing about that.
Like I can't go to the store and just buy it.
Oh, yeah, I think they do that a lot because they also have like a kombucha that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
That I looked it up and I was like, this is expensive.
Dang.
But yeah,
So when I'm back, can you steal me some and I can
Sure. You
Okay.
want anything else? Chocolate. We have other teas. We have sodas.
Dang. You
We
big
have
money San Francisco companies kill me.
we have um I haven't tried any yet because I don't really like to snack. We have
Hmm.
the trail mixes, cereals, um, chips.
Yeah.
What is that stuff? We have seaweed. I've never tried it.
Y'all got seaweed? Dang.
Mm-mm. All the like,
Because you see, I don't snack either. See, if I snack, then I'm not eating a meal at all. Like, I'm not going to eat lunch. I'm just going to snack all day.
yeah, I don't.
It's either a snack or I eat a meal.
Yeah, I don't snack. I just have my 3 meals a day. I don't.
Yeah. Like, if I crave something, I'll eat like 2 things of it and then I'll be like, I'm done. I just wanted to taste it.
If I snack during the day, it's probably because I've been doing like a lot of like walking or something. But most of the time,
Yeah.
I don't need a snack.
Hmm.
But yeah, how was your week, Kelly?
Well, well,
Oh well,
one of my coworkers was out this week, um,
again.
at a conference. So she was out for most of the week, and I need her to never do that ever again, ever.
I
Because
know that feeling.
I, together we are a force of nature. We get everything done. Um, my new coworker, I had to babysit all week, plus deal with phones and my own work and any urgent stuff that came in. So first day without her, it was okay. Second and third day without her, not great. Friday, I wanted to quit. I had had enough. I had had enough. I no, did not like it. Never want to do that again. So yeah, that was my week. Yesterday was kind of fun, only because me and the group chat got to go off
Kelly made me be mean to a stranger for no reason.
for no Jordan
For
for no
no
reason.
reason.
Come on,
For
there's a
no
reason.
reason, Kelly.
No, there's a reason.
There's not a reason.
There is a reason.
Mm-mm. She made me be mean to 2 people. One of them absolutely deserved it. The
Okay,
other,
see?
the other one, not so much.
How do we know that though? How do we know that though?
Because their frontal lobe isn't done developing, Kelly.
Neither of them are. Okay. Anyway, it was funny. The group chat went off. I appreciated it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I,
never mean.
I'm trying to be a kind person. I'm trying to be a kinder person.
Yeah.
And then they were surprised when they told me to be mean that I was being mean. Like, I was so confused.
No, we weren't surprised at you being mean. We were just wondering why it took you so long to be mean. Because I asked if I could be mean, and I'm never mean.
And I said, no, take the high road. And then she said she didn't want to take the high road.
I didn't want to take the high. Not
And I
today.
was
Not
like, fine,
yesterday.
let me start making the gravel from hell.
And then one of our other friends, she's either present in the group chat or she's never in it.
Mm-hmm.
She reads everything and then just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna respond. I'm not home yet, but when I'm home, I'll respond. That was last night.
That was last night. She never responded.
She never responded. So I'm sure the savagery will either continue in the group chat or she's just gonna text me back individually. Either
Mm-hmm.
way, it's gonna make a comeback. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I I kind of want to apologize, but I kind of don't at the same time. So
One person you should apologize to.
mm, maybe tomorrow.
No.
Because if the
Give it
savagery, if the
give it a
savagery
day.
continues today, yeah, if the savagery continues today, then I have to give it another day. Got to get it out of my system.
Okay.
But yeah.
I personally just would have blocked these people. But
Well,
Kelly and I
I don't know the other one.
Kelly and I are 2 very different people.
Yeah, we are. Anyway, how are you? How was your week, Jordan?
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, yeah. I
I was
love that.
very busy. all week
Mm-hmm.
again. Like 2 weeks in a
Yeah.
row, that never happens. So, yeah, and then I had to help do interviews to replace a guy at my job who's leaving.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get paid for that, y'all. That's not even in my job description.
No.
The only reason why I did it was so that I could pick my own
Yeah.
coworker.
Because you'll
Only
be working
reason.
with them.
Yeah, only reason why I did it.
Jordan needs somebody competent
Yeah.
and somebody who shows up to work.
I need someone who will come to work on time, not at 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
10
Or one
o'clock,
or once a week.
or once a week, and then leave, and then other people who leave at like 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock's too early.
So yeah, I I only did it so I could choose my coworker. That was the only
Yeah.
reason why I did it.
He had his own motives in that.
Because
And
otherwise
honest,
I would have said no.
yeah. Good for you.
And if they start trying to give me more responsibilities since this
No.
other guy is leaving, I'm going to say no until I get a raise.
Yeah. Your
And
reply is, "Where's my raise?"
I'm like, sure. And how much more compensation will I get for these
Exactly. For
extra
these extra
roles?
jobs that I am being put in. Yeah.
Like
Because it's only
we're
fair.
in a recession right now. I'm sorry, I
Right.
can't be doing extra work for no money.
Right.
No matter what Joe Biden tries to tell us, we're in a recession.
Yee.
Another
Oh,
bank just failed. Like we're in a recession.
another one? Dang.
So yeah. And then
Yeah.
yesterday, yes. Apparently one of my aunts came out here this week
Oh, yes.
for like no reason. Don't know why. So I went over to go like say hi to her, and she was there. My aunt who always lives here was here, and then my aunt who always lives here brought a friend from church, and I was like, okay, hi. And it was giving very much old people energy. It was a house just full of old people. So I was like, I'm gonna leave soon. And then I stayed while they were eating, and then I was gonna like just hop on out.
Yeah.
But then they were like, "Come on a walk with us." And I was like, "Nah, I kind of don't." They were like, "No, no, no, come with us." I was like, "Okay, fine." That
They
was
used your own
the
tactic against you.
yeah. Walks is usually how I leave situations.
Yeah.
So I go on this walk with them. They're stopping at like every house, like doing like a deep dive of every house in front of these people's houses, like talking about their houses in front of their houses. And I'm like, y'all are gonna make someone mad and they're gonna come out here and start yelling at us. It took us like an hour and a half to go 2 miles.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah. That's way too slow.
That's way too slow. Like it made my knees hurt how slow I was walking.
Your knees are like, I was not built for this level of speed. I was built
It,
for a lot more than this.
I was built to be going like 10 miles an hour at all
Right.
times.
Right.
Because literally I was dragging my feet. They were walking so slow.
For every 3 steps of theirs, you took 1 step.
And then at some points, I would just like walk what I thought was slowly, and I would be like so far ahead of them. So I'd have to stop and wait for them to catch up with me.
Not the stopping and waiting.
Yes,
That's the worst.
it was the worst. So yeah, as soon as we got back, I was like, oh, I gotta go.
Because y'all literally took so much time
You
to go
took
2 miles.
half a day.
Right. 2 to 3 business days to
Like
get from the house and then
I was,
back to the
I
house.
was like, I literally just came to say hi and to go get Sonic. Like that's the only reason I came over here. So yeah, I I didn't have the best week, and let's see how this next week goes.
I hope it's better.
I
Because
don't
I don't
know.
know if I can take it.
I don't know because I have two new managers pretty much,
Oh,
and
frick
they are
yeah.
so dysfunctional. It's
Mm.
making my head hurt.
I'm so
They don't seem
sorry.
to know how to do anything, which like I understand, sure, like this new
Yeah.
processes and stuff,
Yeah.
but they don't seem to be like grasping on anything. Like we
Dude,
keep telling them
yes.
stuff over and over again, and it just goes in one ear and out the other. And then at our next week's meeting, they're like, "So how do we do this?" Or
Ugh.
throughout the week, they're like, "So how does this do this?" I've been telling them that one of our forums is shut down for like 2 weeks, and they haven't fixed it.
Ugh.
And I really just want to go and message our old manager and be like, "Can you please just fix this?"
Right.
Like
Because it needs to get done.
it's getting annoying, Kelly.
Oh no, I get it. My new coworker. Well, I keep calling her new because she keeps acting like she's new. She's been there since January.
Eh,
She
it's still
still
new. It's
asks.
still
She's
newish,
But she
but
still asks basic questions that she's taken notes on. And she always claims it's so that she's making sure that it's right. And we're like, no, girl. We've literally told you multiple times and you've taken notes on this. You should know this by now.
see, catch me on a bad day. I'll just be like, "Look at your notes," and just go back to my work.
I try not to be savage to her. I really do. But like some days it's just too much. It just gets on my nerves.
I'm praying for you. Pray for me.
Yep. I got you.
Because for a couple of months, I had a really good setup, and then for some reason, our manager was all like, "Yeah, so these two people are going to be taking over," and I was like, "What?
You're like, why?
Why? We were working well together. What's going
Right.
on?"
I had all my processes. I had all my
Hmm.
systems down. What are you doing?
I barely came to you for anything. Like I was a good employee. Why are you leaving me?
Why would you do this to me?
So yeah, it's a giant mess.
Yeah.
And now in like 2 weeks, we're gonna have to start training someone new. But she's
Yay.
not technically new because like she's still within the company. She's
New
just moving
position though.
to our new place, so she knows how to do some things, which is
Mm-hmm.
like, thank God. So let's just see how this goes.
Yeah.
I'm just working my way through this until I can get something else.
Right. Either the raise comes
Mm-hmm.
or a new job comes.
When a new job comes.
That's how this goes.
Yeah, but I might be holding off on my mini little job search I'm doing because we're in a recession. So I don't think anyone's
That
going to
is
be
that
hiring
is
that much
true.
soon.
That is true.
Okay, Kelly. I think it's time we start talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Woo!
So our movie starts off with three chipmunks: Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, and they're in their tree in the woods singing "Bop Number One, Bad Day."
I was about to ask if we were gonna start the pop
Of
counter
course,
there.
of course, the pop counter is here.
Okay, okay, okay.
If they're singing in a movie, there's going to be a pop counter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and while they're singing, their tree is cut down and is taken to be a Christmas tree at Jett Records in Los Angeles. How far away did
How
they cut this
awful.
tree down?
I know. Like, is this upstate? Is it coming from upstate New York or from like a different state entirely?
Kelly, New York? This is LA.
I thought you said. Oh no, you're right.
Jett Records is in LA.
You're right. I don't know why I said New York. Why did I say New York?
I don't know why you said New
I don't.
York.
Wow, my brain just shut off for a second. I'm sorry. Continue.
Guess it did. Um, Meanwhile, a man named Dave Seville is running late, so he rushes out of the house and runs into his ex, Claire Wilson. And so he like asks her out again.
Even though
And
she said she never wanted to see him again. By the
yeah,
way.
and she tries to say no, but he's like, "Cool, cool, cool. See you tomorrow," and
Yeah,
just
he's like,
leaves.
perfect. Dinner at my place. Be there. And she's like,
7 o'clock, leaves. And so Dave meets up with Ian, who is the CEO of Jett Records, which I didn't realize that until taking these
Yes.
notes.
Yes, he is.
Why is he meeting with the CEO?
He said they were friends, so
I know, but like CEOs don't do talent development. Like I
yeah,
don't
they don't.
understand why he would be meeting. Like I would understand if they were friends and he was like, "Yeah, you can meet with one of our A&R reps."
Yeah. Yeah.
But me personally,
He's like, I
weird.
don't do that. I just run the company.
I just run the company. Like I'm just in budget meetings and
Right.
stuff like that, which I will talk about more later. And so he's treated like a king when he first walks in. He's
He
offered
is.
muffins, sparkling water. They're just like, yes, 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 we love you here, Dave.
Yes.
And so he goes into the office, plays his demo, and Ian is like, this sucks. But
He gets like 30 seconds in.
the song sounds very Hey There Delilah to me.
He was like Hey There Delilah sounding, but like Cry Me a River, or what's that other song? I'm holding on your own, got me 10 feet off.
Off the ground. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was giving.
But for some reason, Ian was like, I can't imagine anyone singing this song. And I was like, I very much can.
Yeah, I very much can. For the year that this came out, I can definitely find at least 3 artists that would
Three
sing
artists
that.
that could sing this song. But he was like, no. And so Dave leaves. And when he leaves, he's treated like crap.
Dude, he just wanted water too.
He's like, can I have some water? She was like, we ran out.
Yeah.
What?
Like, you could at least give this man water. Like, he didn't even ask for the latte that you offered. He just wanted a cup of water.
Yeah. And she was like, no.
No.
Like, you didn't come out with the CEO, so you obviously didn't get a deal. So who cares about you?
Yeah, we don't deal with losers here. Sorry.
And so Dave ends up stealing the basket of muffins.
Which I would have too.
I would have too. Like, you offered it to me.
Right.
And so as Dave is leaving, the Chipmunks jump into the basket of muffins. And they end up at his house. When Dave gets home, he's fed up with the music industry. And so he just like takes all of his music stuff and throws it outside in front of his house.
That's thousands of dollars worth of music equipment.
That, and he didn't throw it like in the trash. He just threw it on
No,
his
he just threw it
front
outside
lawn.
his right.
Weirdo. And so the Chipmunks get out of the basket and they start searching through Dave's kitchen, making a giant ass mess.
Oh yeah.
And then Dave finds them in his kitchen and tries to kill them. And they drop a
Same.
jar on his head. Same.
Which should have killed him.
Which should have killed him. Yeah. But when he wakes up, he's very shocked because these chipmunks start talking to him.
Yes.
And he
it's
thinks
hours later, by the way.
Hours, like, it's dark now.
Yeah. Like, this man was out.
He was out. Probably has a concussion, but we never go into that.
Probably.
And so he wants them to leave, and so he like kicks them out in the rain. And so as he's starting to like clean up their mess, he hears them singing Funky Town, Bop number 2. And he lets them back in with an agreement that they sing his songs so that they could stay at his place.
Oh my gosh. What an offer.
Which is insane.
It is.
And so they agree to this. And then they remind him that all of his music stuff is outside in the rain. And he's somehow able to get it in, dry it off, and it's all perfectly fine, even though it's been outside for hours.
Right. And we don't know how long it's been raining.
Yeah.
That is messed up.
That's something. And so he starts drying it when he notices that the chipmunks are very rambunctious. And so Simon's like, we're children.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh.
We're literal children.
Cool. And then they also mention how much they love Christmas before he puts them to bed.
Same, though. I love Christmas.
Same. He then gets inspired to write a Christmas song, even though it's already Christmas season, so it's too late.
Yeah.
But he does it anyway. And then he spends the whole night writing and building like a platform or a stage for them.
Yeah.
And so the next morning, Dave wakes up to the chipmunks making waffles and notices that Simon needs glasses. So he gives him some fake glasses from a Santa doll, and they work.
Yes. They're probably plastic.
They're plastic. And he puts them on his face. He's like, wow, I can see.
That's not how it works.
And then Dave then teaches the chipmunks bop number 3, the Chipmunk song, Christmas Don't Be Late.
Oh, I love that song.
Great song. I love the original and this version.
Oh, yeah, the original has a special place in my heart.
Yeah, and so when he takes the chipmunks to Ian, they're scared because he just drops them in the middle of this busy office in front of a man who's like, sing.
Yes. Right. Like, what did he expect? They're kids that were shoved in a box and have been in
Yeah,
that box for I
they've
don't
been
know
in that
how
box for
long.
who knows how long.
And now they're forced to sing for some rando?
He's just like, when the
Absolutely
box
not.
opens, start singing. What?
Right. No.
No. And so they they make Dave look crazy because he just has this
Yes.
box full of chipmunks and he's like, sing to this
Sing.
man.
Yeah.
And so Ian's like, cool, bye. And so
Right.
Dave then goes to drop the chipmunks off at home and goes to work where he works in advertising, which is like,
Yeah.
been there, hated that. And his presentation is ruined because the chipmunks drew over his presentation boards, and so Dave gets fired.
Yeah.
I don't know why he decided to go to Ian's job that day anyway, knowing it would make him late for work.
I think he was just
When
banking on it.
when he had that giant ass presentation to do
Right.
for chocolate bars, which is like, who does
Mm.
who does big ad campaigns for chocolate bars
Chocolate bars.
anymore? Like, come on. But whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
And so, shut up, Dash. So, when Dave gets home, his house is a mess and was also like flooded,
Yes.
but they cleaned it up with his clothes,
Mm-mm.
kind of. And then he presses his answering machine and remembers that Claire is coming over to his house in 30 minutes.
The way I would have had a breakdown.
Right? I would have fell on the floor and started sobbing. I would have been like,
Because I looked crazy in front of a CEO of a record company. I got fired, and now my house is trashed, and the girl that I like is coming over in 30 minutes? Absolutely not.
absolutely not.
That kind of day would all like even without all of that, if I got fired, I would just be having a day already. But all that on top of it,
Yeah,
I'm
that would
out.
have permanently rewired my brain in a way
Yes.
that I don't know if I could have come back from.
Right. Right. Yeah, no, I could
But
not.
he's able to like throw himself into a like groove. He's like, okay, I'm
Yes.
gonna go get some food, and then the chipmunks were like, we're gonna clean up. He's like, really? And they're like, yep. He's like,
Yep.
oh, I don't have any other choice.
Right. Yeah, right.
So he goes get some food, and when he gets back, the chipmunks have cleaned his apartment, quote
Yes,
unquote
quote
cleaned.
unquote cleaned.
They just threw everything into the fridge.
Which I mean at that point probably have to do that anyway. You'd have to throw it all
Yeah,
somewhere.
you just have to throw it all somewhere. But the fridge,
Yeah, not the fridge.
where food goes, and I
Nah.
have these dirty ass clothes that were on the floor in my
Ugh.
fridge. Gross.
That were wet
That
too.
were wet.
Mm-mm.
Just gotta build up mold in my fucking fridge.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Right.
And so Claire comes over. David's like, let's do this.
Right.
Sits down, starts his date with Claire. It's going well.
It was
But
actually.
the chipmunks don't think it's going well, and so they try to help Dave, but they just keep
No.
causing all of these awkward moments.
Yeah.
And so eventually Dave is all like, there's chipmunks in my house that sing. And she just gets up and leaves, thinking he's being either childish or crazy.
Which fair.
Fair.
Very fair.
I feel like any woman in that scenario should leave.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he's already your ex. And sure the night's going well, but the second he says he's got 3 singing chipmunks in his apartment,
Mm-hmm.
no explanation, just leave.
Just get up and leave.
Yeah, don't even be like, what did you just say? No, just get up and leave.
Get up and leave.
Because
It's a
that's
safety issue at this point.
yeah,
Get
at
up
that
and leave.
point, because there's something not right up in the noggin.
Mm-hmm.
If he has 3 chipmunks in his apartment first off, and then he thinks they can sing.
Yeah.
Also, that I got such bad secondhand embarrassment throughout that whole scene.
Mm-hmm. The
I
lights dimming, the music turning on.
oh
Mm,
ah
uh. And so that night, Dave thinks of telling the Chipmunks to leave and shipping them off somewhere. God knows where.
At least you prepared a nice-ish box for them.
He prepared a nice box for them and he wrote them a letter.
Right, food and water too.
Yeah, he threw in 3 Eggo waffles
Waffles.
in there.
Yep.
They're the original L. Um, but yeah, he decides not to. And so at the same time that he's writing this note and preparing this box, the Chipmunks are all like, damn, we really fucked up.
Yeah, really though.
And so they're like, let's go convince Ian to give us a record deal. And so they hop in a cab somehow
Yeah.
and go to his house.
Yeah, they had enough money. Well, first off, they were able to flag down a cab,
Mm-hmm.
convince the cabbie to take them somewhere, and then had enough money to pay him.
Yeah. And they also spoke to this cabbie.
Yes, they did. Yes,
and
they did.
he was just like, whatever. Money is money.
Right, he's all like, I don't know what tonight's on. It's LA. It's maybe the middle of the night at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm taking 3 chipmunks to some guy's house.
Some guy's house. And so they get to Ian's house and they sing for him. And somehow, in a single night, they get the song recorded, mastered, and released. Oh, and they also film a video for YouTube. In a single night.
In a single night. Dang. Whatever power Ian has to get this all done.
Magical.
Like, this guy is an awful person, but he knows how to get done.
And also, by the way, Dave has not signed a contract at this point.
No, he has not.
This is all illegal. He releases this song illegally.
Yes.
Because it's not like Dave contributed a couple of lyrics to this. He wrote the entire song.
He wrote the entire song.
This is Dave's song.
It's stolen. Yeah.
It's a stolen song.
He could go to court.
Dave should have sued.
Mm-hmm.
Because now when Dave does sign this contract, he's signing it in a position where he has no power. Because the song is already out.
Yeah, it's already been recorded. It's already been released, probably worldwide at this point. There's even a music video.
So now Ian, and it's already very successful. So Ian could just be like, why should I have to give you a lot of money?
Right.
It's already a successful hit. Like, I don't think I should give you all this money.
Right.
So yeah, bad. Bad all around. That right there should have been a sign to not work with Ian.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so the very next day, like I said, Dave is very shocked when he's in the grocery store and hears his song.
Right. Honestly, I'd immediately be on the phone. I'd be like, excuse me?
I mean, luckily he didn't have to because Ian called him. But
still, I would have been like, how did you even?
And then Ian tells him what's up.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow, before Christmas, which we were already in Christmas time when this movie started, they release a CD and have a photo shoot.
Yeah.
They do this all in the matter of, let's say, 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Insanity.
Yeah.
Insane. And so on Christmas Day, Ian gives the Chipmunks... Not Ian. So sorry. This is Dave. I wrote Ian. Sorry. Dave gives the Chipmunks bonds for Christmas. Which, what's the average lifespan of a chipmunk?
That's awful.
Because bonds...
Also, they're kids.
They're children.
They're not going to understand.
Thank you for thinking about my future, but you could have just put some money into a savings account for me.
Right.
And still bought me some Christmas gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ian comes in and brings them a whole bunch of toys. When Theodore mentions that they're a family, Dave is like, no, we're friends. He's like, I just write for you and I manage you.
Right. That's all.
And they're like, oh, okay. The next week, literally the next week.
Yes.
Ian hosts a launch party for the Chipmunks, and they perform Bop Number 4, Witch Doctor,
Oh, I love that song.
where Simon was singing his
Simon,
ass off.
Simon really said the rent is due. They are knocking on my door. I'm putting my whole life
A
into this
riff
riff.
king.
Yes, yes. He
This
really said
song
it.
really made me a Simon stan.
No, seriously, he did so good. He said, "I got 10 seconds to make this work. Let me give it to you."
Right? He was like, "I'm finally singing a verse. Let
Right.
me show y'all why I'm in this group."
Also, the average lifespan of a chipmunk in the wild is 2 to 3 years.
Yikes! They're never seeing those bonds.
Okay, but if they are living in captivity, the lifespan goes to 11 years because they have enough food and they don't have any predators.
Still not looking great.
Yeah,
So
still not looking good.
they're gonna be old, quote unquote, before they see their
Yes.
money. I
Yes.
don't like that.
Give me my money.
Give me my money. And so after the Chipmunks perform, Claire talks to Dave, and she's like, I'm covering the Chipmunks' rise to fame. You know, this week-long rise to fame. And when she mentions that they're a family, Dave is like, no,
Pump the brakes.
no. He's like, we're really good friends.
We're roommates.
And she's like, yeah, you still haven't grown up.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. And so she just walks away. Ian then tells Dave that he wants the Chipmunks to go on a world tour, sell dolls and other random crap,
Yeah.
like wine coolers. I'm like, they can't even drink wine coolers.
Right.
Why would they sell
Why?
them?
And the audience is probably just going to be kids
Yeah,
anyway,
the audience is
so
children. Weird.
no.
But Dave immediately shuts it down. He's like, no.
Yeah.
Ian then begins to sow seeds of doubt into the Chipmunks' minds about how much money they're paid, what they should be doing, and he lies and says that Dave called them rats, even though he was the one that called them rats.
Right. I don't know. He's a snake.
He's not a good person. But like, to own a record company, you kind of can't be a good person. And
Yeah.
so one day, Dave and the Chipmunks get into an argument over how Ian is spoiling them and giving them big egos, but the Chipmunks feel that they should be able to do what they want. So in anger, Dave tells them that since they love Ian so much, they should just go live with him.
Yeah.
That night, Theodore goes into Dave's room and finds the letter that Dave wrote when he wanted them to leave. And so, because he never threw that away, he just crumpled it and
No.
threw it under his bed
Well, I think he was aiming for it, but never made it, and he's like, ah, whatever.
and just never cleaned his room in the weeks
Yes.
that have passed.
Ew, he's one of those guys.
Yes, he is. But, like, are we shocked?
Yeah.
And so they all just decide to go live with Ian.
I guess so.
Because they can just do that because they're not technically children, so they can just go wherever the fuck they want.
Yeah, they're chipmunks.
Which
Like
I'm gonna
they're kid chipmunks, but they're still chipmunks.
bring that up later. I'm gonna bring that
Okay.
up later.
Okay.
And so when they get to Ian's house, they get like a day or two to play around and goof off before they're put on a very strict work schedule of recording, endorsements, and touring.
Child labor laws?
Yep, I'm bringing that up right now. And most
Okay.
likely because there are no laws about how little or much work animals can do, he just was going to run them ragged.
No, isn't there though?
No, I don't think there is.
I
I
think
think there's
I
I
think
think
on movie sets they get like a couple of hours with a dog,
but there's
right?
no precedent for singing. There's no precedent for music with animals.
Oh, you're right.
So he could just do whatever the fuck he wants with them.
You're right. Oh, you're right. Never mind.
And so yeah, also while they're doing all of this stuff, we hit Bop number 5 Coast to Coast.
Yeah.
And also while all of this is happening, Dave is just at home.
Yeah, he never checks up on
He
them.
never checks up, he never calls, he never sends them a
No.
letter.
No.
He never goes to their mini shows they have. Literally, the whole
Yeah.
point of the Coast to Coast song is to show that they're on tour, going from
Right.
California to New York, and he didn't go to a single fucking show.
I don't know, man.
Weird.
He just like I still hear them singing, so they must be alive and well.
They're fine. Like, I hear their songs
All
on the
right.
radio. They're fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
I've also never seen a CEO so involved with one act since Mariah
Yeah.
Carey and Tommy Mottola, and we all know how that worked out.
Mm.
So Dave should have been a little bit more
Yeah. Yeah.
what's going on here. Um, one day while the Chipmunks are rehearsing, we get bop number 6, Get Munked.
Is that what it's called?
It's called Get Munked, and you
I've
can
never looked at the
the
titles.
chorus is literally come and get munked with the Chipmunks.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
gosh.
the Chipmunks begin to give their thoughts on not liking their new music, and he is just like, "No, you're fine."
Yeah, you don't get an opinion.
He's like, "Everyone loves these songs. You're tripping."
Yeah. Which I mean, it's not a bad song.
It's not a bad song. I was a little, mm, mm, mm,
Yeah, yeah,
mm.
yeah.
But I know everyone has different tastes, so
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah. Um, and then Ian gets a call from Dave, who is now worried, even though who knows how long it's been.
Right. Only now does this man feel like this has been a little too long.
Yeah, he's like, he calls up Ian. He's like, I heard you're taking them on a tour for 6 months out of the
Right.
country. And then Ian's like, maybe 12. We might be going to China. And I was like, whoa.
Dude,
And
that's a long time to be on
that's a
tour.
very long time for anyone to be on tour. And they've
Yeah.
already been on tour for who knows how long.
Yeah. They did that little coast to coast tour in five
Yeah.
days.
And so Dave starts like expressing concern. He's like, they're
Hmm.
kids. They shouldn't be working this much. And Ian's like, they've never been happier. Lying.
Lying.
And that they don't want to talk to him
Hmm.
before he like comes up with an excuse to hang up. Ian then tells the Chipmunks, who like kind of overheard this call, that Dave is not coming to their show.
Hmm.
And then he tells security not to let Dave in the building.
Yeah. He sets up extra measures.
Yeah, he's like, oh, he's not coming, y'all. I'm so sorry. I sent him some tickets and he
Yeah, and
sent them
then
back. I'm like, you fucking liar.
yeah. Like, dude, don't even go down that route.
And so that night, Theodore has a nightmare, and so he goes into Ian's room, and Ian like just kicks him out. And so Theodore tells the other chipmunks that he wants to go back to Dave, but Alvin tells him that Dave doesn't want them anymore.
Theodore was literally chucked from that room.
He was.
I would have just told the others I'm leaving.
Right? I'm going somewhere. I
Yeah.
don't know where I'm going, but I'm not going to be here.
Yeah. Like, even if Dave doesn't want us, I was chucked from his room.
Mm-hmm.
So I just can't be here anymore.
Claire seemed nice. Let's go find Claire. She
Yeah,
lives down the
right.
street from Dave, right?
Right. We know where Dave is, so let's just knock on the
Let's
doors
just
until we
knock on
find
all the
Claire.
doors until we find Claire. Claire will take care of us.
Yes.
And so one day, Dave gets wind that the chipmunks are having vocal issues from lack of rest and over singing.
Dude,
So
who's reporting on this? If I was Ian, I would have been like, shut that
that
down.
shit down.
Right. They are in perfect health. I don't know who snitched.
Yeah, all the backup singers would have had to sign NDAs.
Yes.
Like, it would have been like, no one talks shit about my chipmunks.
Right. Everyone would have been on lockdown. Everyone would have had an NDA. I would have been sniffing through that office being like, who did you talk to?
Who did you talk to?
Who even insinuated that the chipmunks might have been sick?
Yeah, who snitched to this universe's edition of E-News? Like,
right. Who was it?
Who was it?
I just want to talk. I'm not going to fire you. Yes, I am, but I just want to talk.
I just want to talk. I'm going to yell at you before I fire you.
Yes, yeah. We're going to talk about it, and then you're going to get fired. But I need to find out who snitched.
Yeah, and so Dave decides to go down to the concert. This is his final straw.
That's the last straw.
And so at the concert, the chipmunks are seen by, they say a doctor, that's a vet.
It's a vet.
Who tells
100%.
Ian that the chipmunks need to rest, but he ignores her and is like, okay, instead of singing, you're just going to lip sync.
Wow.
And they're like, "Isn't that cheating?" He's like, "No, people do it all the time,
Yeah, he's like,
but you
everyone does
can't
it,
let
dude.
anyone know that you're doing it."
okay.
And they were just like, "Well, what other choice do we have?"
Right.
And so the concert starts with bop number, is this 6? It's
Yes.
7. Sorry.
Oh.
Bop number 7, How We Roll. While Dave tries to get into the concert and Claire is able to get him in under the pretense that she's like a photographer for him or whatever. And they just let him in.
Yeah, they do. Also,
She's
why the security guy that was told to not let him in, wasn't there
he at the
more that
door.
were like alerted and at the doors?
Who knows? Who
Okay.
knows? But that woman's just like, sure. Like, I
Yeah.
don't get paid enough for this. Go in. I don't
Yeah.
care. What are
She's
you
like, I
gonna do?
don't care.
Murder 3 chipmunks? Like, just
All
go.
right. Ooh.
She was like, I don't care. And so Claire gives him her press badge. And when he tries to go up to the stage, all of a sudden security knows who he is. And they're like, nope.
How did he not know to be more like stealthy for this?
Right? Put your head down when they ask
Right.
to see
Keep the
your pass.
camera in front of your face.
Yeah, just show your pass. I'm like, I'm press.
Right. Right. I'm press. I'm
But yeah, he
supposed to
starts
be
getting
here.
dragged out by security, but he yells Alvin's name and they all see him. And so they all decide to stop singing. They're just like,
yes.
oh,
They're like, we're gonna mess this concert up.
Dave is here for us. I'm done.
I'm done. I'm out.
And so they just mess up the entire performance. They like jump on the guitars, jump on the
Yeah.
drums,
Yeah. They take their clothes off.
take their clothes off. They fuck up the lights. They
hmm
run in between the feet of the dancers.
They said, we're gonna leave this man in shambles.
Yeah. And they also expose themselves for lip singing by just
hmm
stopping.
hmm
They're just like, no, we're not singing. And so they leave the stage, but Ian puts them into a cage.
That's so awful.
And it literally says property of Jett Records on it. Like he was always going to put them in that
Oh
fucking cage. And
no.
and he's all like Dave Dave is all like, you can't take them now. Like they've exposed themselves as not singing. He's like, well,
Yeah.
they talk, so no one's gonna care.
Yeah.
yeah,
Someone's gonna come see some talking chipmunks.
yeah. And so they kick Dave out. And so Dave chases after Ian's car, but stops when the chipmunks pop out in the front seat because they just open the cage. Like they have fingers.
Yeah. Like if they're able to talk, they're able to reason out their way out of a cage.
Yeah. They just put dolls inside of the cage as decoys.
hmm
And so they have this big family reunion where everyone says they missed each other.
Aww.
And Ian realizes that he lost the chipmunks.
Yes.
Sometime later, Claire comes over to the house for dinner. And after Alvin spills champagne on the ground and causes the power to go out, Dave does the iconic Alvin
Alvin.
before the screen cuts to black.
Yeah.
The movie then ends with Ian trying to get replacements for the chipmunks, but they're squirrels and they're just regular squirrels.
They're just regular squirrels.
And that's how the movie ends.
Yeah.
Okay, Kelly, are you ready for the movie facts?
Yes.
So the plot where Dave Seville meets Alvin, Simon, and Theodore came from an episode of the Alvin and the Chipmunks TV series from 1983.
Oh, that's cool.
Try to guess some of the names who were considered for the role of Claire.
Oh no. Are they bad?
No, they're really big names, which I mean,
Big names?
big for the time, not big now.
Oh.
But
Oh. In 2007?
two of these women have been in movies we've watched for this podcast. Maybe
Holy
three. So sorry. sorry, ma'am. Forgot about you.
Excuse me.
Two were in horror movies. Two were in a horror movie together. No, all three of them were in horror movies, and two of them were in a horror movie together. And both of these horror movies were like slasher movies. Teenage slasher movies from the same writer.
Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Yes, that's one of them.
Okay.
This
Who
other
else?
woman was in that movie with Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh man. Oh, I don't know her name. I know who you're talking about. What's her name? Oh gosh, I'm awful at names.
same.
Uh,
Starts with a J.
oh gosh. Starts with a J. Jennifer Love Hewitt, right?
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
And I'm just going
and
to tell
there was
you,
an yeah. Tell me the other one.
I'm going to tell you the other two. The
Oh,
other one is
two. Yes.
Salma Hayek, which
Really?
we haven't seen anything with her in yet.
No, we haven't.
And then the last one is Drew Barrymore.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Wow.
So yeah, some pretty big names they wanted to play
Yeah,
Claire.
that is pretty big.
The car that Dave drives throughout the movie is a mid 1960s Triumph 2R4.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of those words mean. I
Okay,
don't
I do,
know. I
and
know
that's all that matters.
I know nothing about cars. I think I've heard Triumph from a movie before, from My Cousin Vinny. That's it. I
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't know nothing about cars.
That's a good movie.
Ooh, so that song we were making fun of, that first song that Dave writes, that was
Yes.
rejected by Ian.
Uh-huh.
It's called Abyss of Love, and it's sung by a Canadian musician called Jason Gleed,
Mm-hmm.
and is a parody of indie rock band Def Cab for Cuties' 2006 single "I Will Follow You Into the Dark."
Oh my gosh. See? See?
See, told you it sounded familiar.
Wait. That song would have killed in the mid 2000s.
Hmm.
Cuz for some
Ian
reason,
lacked vision.
yeah, he really did. He really did. Because those songs were doing well back then, I will say. We did have a hard sad boy era.
Hmm. Um, Last one. Justin Long, who voices Alvin, went hoarse frequently during the recording sessions due to the fact that he had to pitch up his voice each sentence of dialogue so that the voice altering would sound natural.
Really? He still even had to do that even though they were going to alter it anyway.
Yep,
Wow, I didn't know that. That must have sucked.
that must have sucked.
I'm so sorry.
I bet he was like, this is not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
He's like,
That's commitment though. Good for you.
I bet he was just like, I thought I'd just walk into the studio, say
Talk
these
normally.
lines,
Yeah.
and they would just work their little computer magic and everything would be
Right.
good.
Right. Dang.
Okay, Kelly. It's time for the question.
Okay.
Is this movie iconic?
I'm going to say yes
Mm-hmm.
because it didn't only set off a franchise, but it also set off
I mean, it
the
kind of did. Just four
it
movies.
did. It did. But it also set off that whole era of YouTube music where
Yes!
where every song
The
was
chipmunk versions of every
yes.
song. Yes. And I ate that up. I ate
We
it up
did.
as a
We
child.
really did. We said this is the best piece of media on earth. We were the target audience.
We were.
And
Because
there was and I go
I
on,
did
go ahead.
I did see this movie in theaters, and I remember the day I saw this movie in theaters.
Do you
Like
really?
I remember it very well. I remember which theater
Wow.
I saw it at. I remember who was there with me. I remember everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just remember the aftermath of everybody having a chipmunk cover of every song under the
Yep.
sun.
Yep.
Every song. It didn't matter what genre, where it came from, there was going to be a chipmunk version of it.
I think I got the CD for this movie for
You know
Christmas.
what? I think I might have had it too.
Because didn't it have like a Drew Seeley song on there?
I
Like where
think
he
it might
sang
have.
with them?
I
I
think it
think
might
it
have.
did.
I'm gonna look it up.
Because I most definitely did have an Alvin and the Chipmunk CD.
Oh my gosh, Jason Gleed, the guy with the song at the beginning of the movie,
Hmm.
he's on the album.
Yeah, he sings The Abyss of Death or whatever.
But I can't believe it's on the album. Okay.
But yeah, the first two movies, they were something special.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also remember the day I saw the third. I don't remember the second movie, seeing the second movie in theaters, but I do remember seeing the third because it was so terrible.
Is the third the cruise one?
Yes,
When do they introduce the girls? Is
the
that the
second
second one?
one.
Okay. I don't really remember that one. And I didn't see the third one.
I saw. I stopped watching it after the third one.
Yeah. There's a fourth one?
There's a fourth one. I think it's called like Road Shipped or something. I don't
I
know.
was about to say,
I've
is it
never
like
seen
a
it.
RV one?
Never seen it because that cruise one was so terrible.
Oh.
Oh, it was so bad, and it also was very short.
Yeah. I mean, by the time you get to a third movie, sometimes it's just not great. And then the fact that they did another one after that, they had confidence.
They did. But yeah, I agree with Kelly. This movie is iconic.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it changed the landscape of music forever. Did this come out before Glee? I feel like this had a good Glee influence.
Oh, I think so. Glee didn't come out before '07, did it? Yeah, no, Glee came out 2 years later.
See, I feel like this influenced Glee. I do. I
I
do.
mean, what's her name is in it? And she was in this movie too.
Who's in it?
Um, Sue.
Oh, she
What's her real
is in
name?
the Jane Lynch girl.
Yes,
Yes,
I
she
knew it was
is.
a J name.
She is in this movie, isn't
Yes, she
she?
is.
Wow.
She's Dave's boss at
She
the
is
marketing.
Dave's boss.
Yeah.
See, the Glee influence is there, y'all. It's
I feel like
there.
this
I
is a
bet you Ryan
conspiracy.
Murphy. I bet you Ryan Murphy saw this movie and he was like, you know what? I can do something with this.
Jordan.
What?
Guess he's one of the writers for the show.
Please tell me it's Ryan Murphy. Conspiracy unlocked. I did it.
Now we need like that, like a whole spider web of connections of
Uh-huh.
Glee at the epicenter, and then like everything else.
I'm gonna make a board.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a
yeah. Here,
board.
I don't know if you can see it, but here, let me see if I can get it to focus.
Yep, I see it. Two of the Glee writers, Brad and what's his name, Ryan.
Ryan, yes. So the Alvin and the Chipmunks to Glee pipeline is real.
It's real.
It's real. Wow. Who
Also, some people
knew?
who were on Glee are in the second movie. So I think there is a
Really?
Glee. So I think there is a Glee. I want to Chipmunks to the Glee pipeline.
It's real. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, iconic movie. So
Oh
Kelly,
my
what
gosh.
are your recommendations?
Okay, so I have two, maybe three, because
Okay.
I think one of them has been a recommendation before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I've got two songs. First one is "Plastic Plants" by Mahalia. Really good song. Check it out. Also, I think the early 2000s and mid 2000s are coming back for the summer because uh Mario just released new music and so did Miguel.
I
And so did
saw that Miguel released new music. Like on my Apple Music, it came up on the like top picks. I haven't listened to it yet.
I haven't listened to it yet either. But I did listen to this recommendation that I'm going to give you. Jump In by Pitbull and Lil Jon.
Mm-hmm.
It is the summer bop we need. It is the summer bop we need. Okay? We haven't had a good summer jam in a very long time, and I
Yeah,
think this is getting us in the right mindset. We need more of this music.
yeah. Kelly sent it to me, and I was like, "Is fun music back?"
Right, right.
I'm happy.
I get to shake my ass this summer to some
Yep,
good songs.
yep.
um, and I'm just gonna confirm with you with this one. I it did we recommend Solo at any point in time?
What is solo?
The movie.
No.
Okay, so my third recommendation is Solo.
I don't even know what
Because
that is. Oh, do you mean
the
Solo, a Star
movie,
Wars
yeah,
story? Oh, okay. I
yeah,
was like, what is Solo?
yeah. Because it is Star Wars week, and so I have decided to watch all of the Star Wars things that I haven't yet. So unfortunately, that means my Scandal is put on the back burner
You know what? We're gonna start
again.
doing a Scandal check-in every week
Okay,
to hold Kelly accountable.
okay.
I
Because I,
let me see what episode I'm on.
at this
Season
point, you're
4,
gonna be
episode
done.
6.
You're gonna be done.
What episode
Oh
is
my god.
Kelly on?
Um, 4.
You've watched one episode in like a month.
Yeah. Because I had so much other stuff to watch. I had to catch up on Mando before the last episode came out. And now it's Star Wars week, so now I'm watching. I watched Solo, and then I'm gonna watch Kenobi because I did not watch Kenobi.
You didn't watch
Um,
Kenobi?
I didn't watch Kenobi, so
Girl.
I'm watching Kenobi, and then I don't know if I'm gonna watch the prequels or the originals for this Star Wars run because I'm not watching the newer ones.
Why not? The only truly
What?
bad newer one is the last one. What is it? The Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what
the
I
last
mean.
one?
That whole trilogy. It's
I don't mind the first two, especially
the
The Last Jedi. I'm a Last Jedi apologist. I truly am. I don't think that's a bad movie at all. I kind of liked where they were going with that, and they just completely ruined it with The Rise of Skywalker.
The Last Jedi is the first one or the second one?
It's the second one.
Second one was good. I didn't care for the subplots. I did not care for the subplots. The first one was good because it brought everybody back. Third one was just messed up because why Palpatine?
That was awful. That
Why
was
Palpatine?
completely. The only good thing that happened in The Rise of Skywalker was Babu Freak. That was the only good thing that happened.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, no. No. They honestly need to pay. And then spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this movie, but this movie came out years ago, making Rey a Skywalker was the dumbest fucking thing they've ever done.
Why couldn't she be a Kenobi?
I mean, she was already a Palpatine. Just like reclaim the name, girl.
Yeah, I don't. I didn't want her to be a Skywalker.
No, it
I
was
didn't want her to be a
random.
Skywalker. It was random. Also, the fact that like they made a whole deal about her parents, and then her parents were just drug addicts that just sold her.
They weren't drug. I feel like you didn't watch The Rise of Skywalker because they weren't just drug
Well,
addicts.
they weren't just, but they sold her off. Either way,
I mean, they did
and
it for
her.
her safety, kind of.
Okay.
They had to keep her away from Palpatine or his clone or whatever that thing was.
Yeah, but we didn't know that at the time.
I'm still very confused on that whole Palpatine story. It was
Yeah,
very confusing. I don't know what was
I don't know the
happening.
genealogy there. I feel like it's way too complicated, and at this point, I'm too scared to ask.
Like, I'm very confused on the clone thing and how that works and
Oh,
how it still works with the Force. Like, I'm
oh.
very confused. I need
Did you watch the
someone.
Clone Wars?
No.
Okay,
I watched the Clone Wars movie.
okay.
The show
I'm talking
though,
about the show.
no.
Okay.
That's too much. That's too much of a commitment.
They have on Disney Plus the essential episodes of
Ah,
Clone Wars.
okay.
So that's what I think I'm gonna watch. Because my cousin watched the whole thing, and she even said the whole first season was like super slow.
There's too many animated shows.
There is.
I'm so far off. Like there's too many. There's the Clone Wars, there's what is it, Rebels? I feel like there's
Rebels.
another one like that's like newer that like came out like within
I
like the
thought
last
Rebels was the
year or
newest one.
so. And then there's that weird one that's I don't think is even canon, where it's like
Oh, the one with all
anime.
the yeah. That one's not connected. That one's just different.
Like I'm there's too much. Y'all need to condense this shit.
That one was good though. The one with just the short stories of like different Star Wars universes.
Uh-huh.
That one was good.
They
As
need
just like content, it was good.
they need to condense this all. This
Yeah,
is
they really do.
getting too much. I shouldn't have to break out a pen and paper every time I watch a Star Wars show or movie to figure out what's going on.
True.
Because after every episode of Mando, I was on YouTube watching a recap so that I could get all the little nuances. Because I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Were you really?
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
like when that little sea monster or whatever came up in that episode of Mando, I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
what is the significance of this?
That's their crest. That's their sign.
I didn't know that. I had to go back, watch a recap. They were all like, that's that's the waters of Mandalore, and that's the
Yeah.
whatever it was called. I don't remember already. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
And they were like, there was a lot of significance to her seeing in that thing. And I was like, sure.
You're like, I
Sure.
don't know what's going on, sure.
I'm just here for vibes.
Right. I was just here for a good time.
But yeah.
Alright, what are your
What are
recommendations?
my recommendations? Let's see. I lost my notes already. There we go.
Uh-oh.
My first one is Let Me Love You by Ariana Grande featuring Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Her most underrated duet.
True.
I love this song.
True.
She did something special on this song. She
I
did.
feel like she has a lot of underrated songs.
She does have a lot of underrated songs.
Also, whoever makes those lists on like TikTok of like worst and best of like songs in an album, every person who does Ariana Grande, they get it wrong.
They always get it wrong.
They get it wrong.
I feel like it's white people. I feel like white
It
people
is.
are doing these
It
lists.
is. It is because the
'Cause
last one
They
that I
always
saw,
push out the R&B songs.
they
Always.
do. Seeing the ones for Thank You Next and Positions always make me so upset because they always.
Whenever people say they don't like Nasty, I want to fight. I want to fight every time.
Nasty is such a good song.
Nasty is an amazing song.
Nasty is an amazing song. I also feel like they don't put my hair up on that list high enough. They don't put Off the Table or Safety Net or 6:30 high enough on that list.
Safety Net is my favorite Ariana Grande song of all fucking time. So don't ever play in my face about Safety Net. I will fight you.
Also, I feel like Just Like Magic wasn't appreciated either.
That's a great little happy song.
That's a great song. Like, were we listening to the same album? I feel like we weren't.
We weren't.
Like, I feel like the only songs that I'm not like really up, that weren't really like to me, was Shut Up. Shut Up is still good though. West Side and Obvious.
Oh, I love Obvious. I'm sorry, Kelly. I love Obvious.
Oh no, that's fine. You take
it.
it.
West Side, sure. Like
West Side,
like it's okay. Like I'll listen to it.
Right.
But Obvious, no, I love Obvious.
Okay. I guess I haven't listened to it in a while. But like,
I love that song. I'm so sorry.
I mean, Shut Up is a pretty good intro song, but like other than that,
it's the weakest of her intro songs. But yeah.
Sorry, West Side.
So,
but all the other songs on that album, y'all are tripping.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just want to hate to be hate, right? Because I will.
I already have to put up with my cousin who likes to pretend like she doesn't like Beyonce, even though she knows a lot of Beyonce songs. I'm like,
who?
Oh, Brandy.
Aw. Brandy be playing too much.
Anytime I get in her car, she's like, don't play no Beyonce. And then a Beyonce song will play, and she knows the song. And I'm just like, so what's the truth?
Right, so someone's lying here.
Someone's lying here. It is not me, because I don't lie on my mother. So
no. As he's wearing Lemonade merch.
I'm wearing Beyonce merch right now.
Also, speaking on that, I think I might have found my concert outfit, but I don't know like what the vibe is. So
I think the tour starts in like 10 days. You might just want to wait.
Yeah, see what everyone else is doing.
See what the performance is like. See what she's doing for the performance. See the vibe there, and then you could pick out a good outfit.
Okay.
She gave us nothing.
Yeah, she gave us nothing.
So,
and I am not showing up with a bedazzled cowboy hat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's played out.
Sorry.
It's played out at this point.
Yeah. For the girlies that are doing it though, good on you, but I am not.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, let me get into my second recommendation.
Okay, good.
Is Mayores by Becky G and Bad Bunny. Great song.
Ooh, okay.
Great song. Really enjoyed it. If anyone has any more Spanish songs I can listen to help me learn Spanish, let me know. My third recommendation is Don't Make It Harder on Me by Chloe and Halle. Great song.
Mm.
I almost fought my mom. We were driving to some cousins' houses for Easter,
Mm-hmm.
and Hazy from the Ungodly Hour Chrome Edition came on,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, "What is this?" Like in a disgusting tone, and I wanted to play her. I was like, "Oh, Mama, we don't play with Ungodly Hour. Don't do that
No,
right
yeah.
now."
Yeah. You don't play with Ungodly Hour and Jordan.
No.
You don't question. You just sit there and listen and enjoy.
This album was pretty much all I listened to during quarantine. Like almost all I listened to during quarantine.
I mean, we basically listened to it on the way down to Disney that when we went the year after.
Yeah, I love Ungodly Hour. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
They put their foot into this album. So don't play with me. But yeah, that's it for me. So thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Don't forget to follow us on our social media. We have a Twitter and an Instagram. They're both at SY2II Podcast. Don't forget to send us your movie requests or your movie stories. Is there anything special you want us to watch now that it's starting to be summer? Any good summer
Yeah.
movies? Let us know. SY2II Podcast at gmail.com. Also, don't forget to share us with your friends and your family. Subscribe to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And rate and review us on Apple Podcasts with 5 stars.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you. I need to start getting some Flonase or something. Like, the allergies are coming back.
Yes, they are.
Also,
It is
you know what
allergy
else is coming
season.
back, Kelly? You know what else is coming back?
What's coming back?
The rain.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
I'm so fucking tired of rain.
What pterodactyl scream just came out of your body?
And it's only going to be like 2 days, but still, that's 2 days of rain that I don't want.
And wasn't it going to be a thunderstorm? I heard it was going to be a thunderstorm.
I have no idea. I don't care. I don't want it.
Whatever it is, if it includes rain, he doesn't want it.
I rebuke thee, Satan.
Oh, get thee behind me.
Go down to Mexico. What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, come here. Come here.
What's going on with the tequila shortage? Y'all get enough rain down there?
Oh.
Move on down there.
I guess it's a vodka summer.
Hell no. I'd rather die.
You don't like it that much?
I do not like vodka. It kind of, yeah. Even when I had that lemon drop shot, I was like, this is okay, but like I don't like vodka.
You don't?
No.
That was good though.
It was okay.
Okay.
It was okay. I'm not a vodka person.
Okay. Fair.
Unless it's like mixed with something that is really like overpowering the taste of the vodka. I don't like vodka. Also, I think vodka is for alcoholics, but that's another story for another day.
And that makes me think, I'm like, am I an alcoholic?
You might be. Sorry.
Crap.
I'm a tequila girly.
Okay.
I'm a tequila girly. I love me some tequila.
Yeah.
Also, I know this is a very unpopular opinion. I like Fireball. I do. I like Fireball. I do.
Jordan.
I like Fireball.
Why?
It tastes. I like cinnamon. I'm so sorry. I
like cinnamon, but not
Fireball.
like that. Not like that.
I like Fireball. And then if you go to Universal Studios, and I know we're not supposed to be into Harry Potter right now, like fuck that woman. But you go to Universal Studios, you get a frozen butterbeer. You go into, what is it, Three Broomsticks or Hogsmeade, whatever it's called. You go in there to get it. You could get a shot of something. You get a shot of Fireball. You mix that in with delicious. I love Fireball.
I cannot with you.
I do. I'm so sorry. I know I'm a trash human being for saying I like Fireball, but I do.
You are.
That's one of my most man. It's one of my most.
You just found out alcohol.
It's one of my most man qualities. I love me some Fireball.
Oh
Like I'm a
no.
20-year-old frat bro. I love
Exactly.
Fireball.
Oh, cake stand, cake stand.
Uh, but
Also,
yeah.
we're gonna have to gatekeep Chili's this year.
Oh yeah.
Chili's keeps coming out with better menus. It's too much.
When are you coming back, Kelly? I forgot already.
June,
Okay.
Chili's. Take an Uber.
Maybe get your mom or something to drive us.
Okay, fair.
But no, I want to actually drink. Like we go, like we did drink last time,
We
not on
did
purpose.
unknowingly, unknowingly.
But I want to drink. Let's drink.
Okay,
Uh,
alrighty.
but yeah. Thank you for dealing with us.
Yes.
Stay iconic.
Stay kind of go.
Bye.
Bye.